Man, I haven't seen like all the stats, but I mean, I can think of just a couple penalties. As I look back at kind of this year as a whole, I felt like we've always moved the ball well. We just had silly mistakes, and it was a clean football game all around. So just without watching the tape, that's really what sticks out.
We do the next couple hours here, just watch them.
Yeah. I got family in town. Go hang out, enjoy this evening with them, and we'll be watching a couple games closely.
The way this season has ended for you guys, do you feel like this is a
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, it's you kind of it's hard not to go back and think about some of the games that we lost, and and be in a situation where you don't control your own destiny, and then you start thinking about games like, man, we needed one more to clinch the division, and but again, we're we can't dwell on that stuff, and DA and others. We've talked all week that you control what you can control, and that's a tough thing to do, and I was really pleased and happy with everybody, coaches, top down, players, like everybody. The way that we handled this week and handled this game was really positive.
Do you feel like the team played nice football down the stretch?
Yeah, for sure. It's hard to think of a game that was better than this one, as a whole from all three phases. So, yeah, which is, it's a really nice thing to feel as a team, but it's a little tough knowing that we need some help to get into the postseason. But it is nice to feel like we're playing our best football at the end of the season.
How gratifying is it that the offense has had its best game right here at the regular season?
Yeah. Look, I think, we had a few games that we came up short on, and that's a tough thing to swallow. But to be able to finish a season like this on a high note is really positive.
So talk about Derek's, just the groove maybe that he's been in and the comfort that he's shown kind of over these last few weeks.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with the way Derek has handled himself all year, the way he's played all year. But these last couple of games, man, I feel like everything's kind of clicked for him. And I can think of a few plays tonight where, not tonight, but today, where I'm running a route and the ball was on me, before my head turned, and he saw everything so clean today and was getting the ball out, and that was really impressive.
Did you tell Derek go ahead and run that QB draw?
It's funny. We had that plan for me and for him, and we kind of were laughing like, oh, who's gonna take it? But no, man, that's one of those things. Like, hey, week 18 to have a chance, we got to win this game, and whatever it takes.
Have any notes for him on it, or do you feel like
No. He's been actually begging for a rushing touchdown this year, so we were trying to get him in.
what was the conversation about getting Jamal that touchdown at the end with the players?
I kind of was back behind everything, so I really can tell you.
Came up with a couple big catches in this game, obviously. Yeah. Can you just talk about the growth that you've seen from him from the beginning of the season to now?
Yeah. Well, first, I'm so pumped for him, and he made some great plays today. I would say I'm not surprised. Like, this is what we've kind of seen from him through camp, and big body, man, that just goes up and makes plays. So that's when you're as big as him and you play the ball as well as he does. Like, we always kind of talk about in the QB room, there's no defense for a perfect pass, and when you got a receiver like that, that's a tough deal for the defense.
Well, the crowd was really into it for this game. You led the chant before the game. Could you kind of feel it from that point?
Yeah, look, our crowd is always into the game, and that's something that I've appreciated a lot from this fan base and this city. And there is one thing about the city that you'll always get, and they love the Saints, and it's been really fun to be part of the last 7 years.
The time of year where it's speculation all the time in this business. Dennis Allen, one of the coaches, a lot of people speculating on. How do you feel he's handled this season and in finishing
Yeah, I think he's handled it really well. You know, we've had some tough situations, and you know, we lost some tough games. But as I look back at it, to be able to play our best football right now, given the circumstances and everything that's happened, and you know, there was no quit in this team, and that starts with the head guy. You know, and that trickles down through our staff and our leadership and players, and so I think the biggest thing that as you go and you know, evaluate a staff or head coach, you know, go watch the film, and guys were playing hard, and he led that.
Thank you, Taysom.